Hello citizens and welcome back. This is our match preview for Man City vs Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Let's jump into it. So City against Chelsea, this game could, well, it's important because it could absolutely derail our season or it could kick us onto a pretty decent double. Which one's it going to be? I don't know. Look, you're playing Chelsea. Yeah, you have no idea what Chelsea team's going to turn up. Although I kind of think we do know what Chelsea team's going to turn up because this season against us twice, they've put in pretty decent performances. I think both games we should have won. But, you know, they look dangerous, and every time they attacked us in them games, they did carve us open. So it's going to be a tough game, and they've just had a good win on Monday against someone 6-0. I can't remember who to play, but whoever it was. They won 6-0, Cole Palmer at the start of the show. So we know what the danger is going to be. It's going to be Cole Palmer playing in that central position. It's going to be how Rodri, how Diaz and whoever's alongside Diaz, whether it's Akanji, Stones, whoever, goes up against him because he's the threat. He's the important one. And if we keep him quiet, I think you keep Chelsea quiet as well. I know they're dangerous on the break. They got a lot of pace up front, but their finishing is, well, it's pretty woeful, isn't it? So, look, it's just one of those games that I think it's going to be tense to start with. I think both teams are going to be a little bit on edge. I think they'll play with a little more freedom than we will, to be honest with you, because I think after our Champions League exit, I think the players and Pep are going to be on pretty much high alert, knowing that defeating this game would be it'd be a disaster, to be honest with you, if we just end up the Premier League or we end up with nothing. So I think the players are going to have to step up a little bit from the Real Madrid game, and they're going to have to show a lot of character. Now, over the last few years, we have shown character in moments like this, where we've been knocked out of the Champions League and we've come back roaring in the Premier League or the FA Cup or Carabao Cup, whatever it is. So I believe we can do it. It's just what's left in the tank. What's left in the tank after that Real Madrid game? We went the full 120 minutes. We went to penalties. We got knocked out on there. It was a devastating blow for the team, no doubt. Devastating blow for the players. How do we bounce back from that? And who does Pep play? Because he said in his pre-match conference that Haaland's a doubt. He might not play. So that means Alvarez coming in. Will De Bruyne play? He got took off in extra time against Real Madrid. You just don't know. Is Guardiola going to play? Is he not? I imagine Walker will do. I imagine Ortega will play. I'd put Stones in there as well. I think he needs more minutes. And I think he's probably one of our most dangerous players. Although saying that, Akanji, I think Akanji's done really well. I think in that Real Madrid game as well, he's popping up on the right, left. He's the furthest one forward at times. A bit like how Stones does. I don't think he does the role as well as Stones, but he's pretty good at doing it. I give Akanji that. I think he's a really solid player. So what I'd love to see, really, is Akanji and Stones in centre together. It never happened. But imagine them two swapping, and the Chelsea team would never know what's hit them because one's stepping up, the other one's not, and then they switch. And that could be an absolute winner, that, for Pep, if he can get that one right. Rodri's going to have to play him, though. He played the 420 minutes against Real Madrid because, as we know, we've got no one to replace him. The only person that could possibly come in is Kovacic, but I think he might play in this game alongside, I'm going to say De Bruyne plays in this one, alongside Kovacic. It's going to have to be maybe Foden on the right and Doku on the left with Alvarez up front. That's the lineup I'm expecting from Pep. A few changes here and there. Bernardo down, who I thought had a pretty poor game against Real Madrid. Wasn't really effective at all. Didn't really do much. And Foden was pretty ineffective against Real Madrid as well. So I think put Foden on the right in this one makes sense with Kovacic in the middle. Because I think Kovacic and De Bruyne work really well together. Because you've got one that likes to keep hold of the ball, likes them short passes, and you've got one that likes to take risks in De Bruyne. I think that's a good partnership in the centre there. It's a big game. It's Chelsea, isn't it? I mean, in past years, even when Chelsea were good, you would say that we have a pretty good chance of winning. But in this one, you just never know what's going to happen. You can see another 4-4 happening, another game going to penalties, and we just can't afford another game that goes to penalties, especially with the Premier League coming back for us next Thursday. So it has to be a priority for the players, this one, and Pep. We have to get off to a good start. We can't let ourselves go behind in this game because you don't want to be chasing Chelsea, because the last thing you want to do is open up against them because they want to hit you on the break. They want that space for Palmer to find, and they want their wingers to be able to attack our centre halves when our fullbacks are pushed up. They want that to happen. So we can't let that happen. We can't let them get the goal, so we're chasing it. You know, we have to take control, we have to take command, and we have to set the game at our own pace. And we have to deal with it more control, because if you look at the game at Stamford Bridge, and you look at the game at Etihad, the one thing we didn't do, particularly at Stamford Bridge, is that we didn't shut it down. When we went 4-3 up, You know, we had a number of times that we, you know, went in front first and whatnot. But when we went 4-3 up later on, we just didn't play our own game. We played their game, so we got caught again, and they hit us on the break, and that's how they got the penalty. When really, we should have slowed it all down. You know, we should have taken the sting out of the game, but we didn't do it. And that's the one thing we have to do in this one, because they've got nothing to play for other than this. And we might not have anything to play other than this by the end of the week. So, you know, you have to not just do it ourselves. I mean, the one thing that I would say against Real Madrid is we didn't go through the gears quick enough. We didn't put Real Madrid to the sword. We have to put Chelsea to the sword, and we have to stamp our authority on this game early on. And that means not conceding first, not conceding the opening 15 minutes or the opening 5 or whatever it is, not giving stupid pens away, anything like that. Everyone has to be on it. And just like the Real Madrid game, what I said in the preview, you can't have any passengers in this one. Everyone has to be on their game. And we'll see how that turns out. So yeah, FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea is a big game. Will our season derail? Will it continue on? We're about to find out. It kicks off tomorrow. I think it's like 5:15 kickoff, something like that. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks for checking out. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. So about the light show again, you never know what the sun's going to do. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.